welcome along and welcome back to Spruce Mountain Farms. Today is going to be a big sell-off day. Well, we've only got 3 of these bales left after selling yesterday. But the cotton is at best price. It's hit. It's 2,404 is the target, and we're getting 2,434 at Johnson's Farm and Market and the Spinnery. So that's where we're going to be taking this. We've still got the trailer hooked up to the John Deere here. We're going to use the John Deere instead of Class because the John Deere is fully repaired at the moment and the Class needs a little bit of work, so it's sitting in our workshop. We also have the wheat to sell. We've actually missed the best price for the wheat. We were mucking about so much with everything else yesterday that we forgot to sell the wheat off when it hit its best price. It's only a small pile sitting in the corner, so that's okay. It's not a huge loss, and it's still fairly good price at the moment. So plan is to go and get that sold today as well, and we'll just use a bucket to scoop that off the ground. But should be a fairly good start today with that 2,400 per bale. We're gonna make quite a lot of money. I think, well, actually 2,400. We're gonna make nearly 50,000 a bale today, which is exceptionally good. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing how much we have by the end of today. We may try and do some runs down to the BGA as well, get a bit of money from our silage too. And then I need to talk about what we're going to do about our own BGA, because unfortunately, looking at the prices, I think our plans may have changed. But first, we're going to drop the first bale of cotton down at Johnson's Farmers Market. Get a nice start to our cash. I'm guessing it's this outer one here that we want to do it to. So let's pull this forwards and unload. Now, talking about the BGA and the costs there, let's sell that bale off. 53,000. Wow. 5,600 environmental score reward as well. That is insanely good. So yeah, we're getting over 53,000. Over 53,000 a bale. Now, having a look in the construction menu here and looking at how much the pumps and hoses BGA is, the base price for just the fermenter is 260,000, and then on top of that we've got everything we need to build with it. So we've got the Avius. That's 360,000 is the cheapest one of those. The actual area to tip it into, which I'd need this one. That's 179. Yeah, it's just not going to be possible for us to build the pumps and hoses BGA. So I think instead the way I'm going to go is I'm going to go and put 2 of the bales in here, get a load of money in, and then we're going to go and buy the spinnery and use that to create some fabric from our cotton. It'll take a while to do it. It'll give us something to do over the year, but it will also increase the price or increase the value we get from our cotton each year. And we'll only really be able to put a single bale through it. There's only so much capacity at the spinnery, but it will still increase the price of that single bale. And that single bale, as we've seen, is already worth 50,000. If we're lucky, we might be able to double that price. So let's get back in the barn and pick up our second bale then and get that sold. So we're looking at being somewhere in the region of about 108,000 off this from this bale. So load that up here, and it means we're not going to immediately make any money from our third and final bale. doing it this way. But I think we've got enough at the moment to be getting on with, and enough to keep us going, especially as I said, we have no hope of affording that BGA anytime soon. We would need to have more fields and a lot more cotton to do that in a single year, or we'd need to have more ways of bringing in cash. It's one of those big end game costs, I think, for to build a BGA with pumps and hoses, or the alternative is you borrow $1 million and build it and then pay it back. Unfortunately, this series is a no loan series, so we have no loan on here. We can't get a loan on here, and therefore we can't raise the money immediately like that to actually buy the to get the BGA. So yeah, best bet is just to keep taking trailer fulls down to the BGA when we need it, and doing it that way. With the amount of maize, the amount of corn that we're making, that is quite a few trips, and this is why I was considering getting a BGA. Maybe the solution is to have a look and add a truck to the farm. I think certainly at this point I'm going to be on the lookout in the used machinery for a truck, something that we can connect up to a larger trailer and take a larger amount down in one go. Second bale to the sell point, pull in, and I'll already start unloading it like that. And that way, when we hit the spot, it'll just slide straight out. 108,263 in total now. Oh, cotton is so great. I mean, we've made a huge amount of cotton off the farm this year. A huge amount of money off cotton off the farm this year, and we haven't even put our final bale in. So I want to go back, and we're going to go and get the final bale, and we're going to head down to the spinnery. So I will see you down there. Down to the spinnery, and before I go in, 108 should be enough. I don't think this is one of the places that costs 110. Let's have a look. No, 60,000 for the spinnery. Yes, we will purchase that. Does take our profit. That's a huge chunk of our profit today. To buy the spinnery, but it will take a single bale of cotton every year, and it will double the amount we make from that bale of cotton every year. So that's really good news, especially if we can get the tailors as well. So let's unload this. 20,000 liters of cotton into there. It'll take a while, I think, to... Oh, no, it has gone in. Wow. Just as I left it. And if we go back here, you can see what... So it will take... Actually, it'll take 2 full bales of cotton, but it will take a while to actually do those. So what I want to do is deactivate the wool because we have no sheep. And, yeah, we will output a whole load of fabric. We're going to store it for now. So 2 cotton makes 1 fabric. So we're expecting 10,000 liters of fabric out of this. Fabric sells for 6,856 at its peak in April. Yeah, that's 10,000, 60,000, over 60,000 for that. So there's a it's not a huge increase, but that will immediately, the single bale will immediately pay for this. But if we can convert it to clothes sell for 18,000 per 1,000 liters. So, yeah, that's the ultimate plan, is to try and get the tailors and increase the price even more. So it's not a massive amount that it adds, amazingly. It does mean that the bale we've put in here isn't going to lose us any money, because we will immediately make money from it but not quite as much as I thought I was going to make, surprisingly. So we are going to head back up to the farm now. We have invested a huge chunk of money in that. And yeah, I need to find where the tailor's is and find out how much that is going to cost me to buy that as well. Because I think that is where the best thing is, to get a little bit of our cotton each year through the spinnery, through the tailors, and to make some extra cash that way. If I'm honest, I find myself a little bit disappointed by how little extra value the spinnery does add to the cotton. Turning the cotton to fabric is only going to add about 10,000, maybe 15,000 to our total amount of money that we would make from it otherwise. So it's about, yeah, it's about a third instead of twice as much, which was what I was hoping for. So yeah, it's not great, if I'm honest. What I need to do is I need to load up that wheat next. I'm not sure though our little 6M is gonna have a high enough reach to get it into this trailer. We need to hook this up and do this. Spending a lot of time in this tractor today, and actually I want to try out my new class, so we'll do that. It also, the new class moves a little bit faster than that one does. Let's do this. Repair cost is 2,900. This is why it was sitting there. So we'll get that repaired and sorted, and then we can go and put the John Deere away. In fact, oh, I know what we have not repurchased yet. I don't think we have a pressure washer again yet, do we? So unless I put it at the end of this barn here. No. Okay, so we don't have a pressure washer again yet. I'm going to put that down here next to this shed. So let's purchase. Oh, hello. Look at that. That is a massive. Oh, we may end up spending our remaining 40,000. We got the horsepower to run this. That is huge. That would be a really nice addition, that Maxi Line Plus. Our biggest problem actually is that because we're not building the BGA, we have no way of making extra slurry or digestate was what I was going for. So yeah, that's really annoying. Right, that we will have to have a look at that. That has only just come up. So we want tools. We want the style pressure washer, which isn't very expensive, and we want to get it as close. I would love to put it in this barn here. In fact, I think it would sit fairly well in that barn here. So we can do this by going B. That will place anywhere, and I could put it in the edge of this here. So I need to put it right back here, but that's a bit far to reach. So if I put it here inside the shed like that. Oh no, it's put it through the floor, hasn't it? Okay, we'll have to put it outside. So let's keep it away from there and try and get it on the floor. There we go. So not overlapping. We'll put it there. Well, that's cost me twice as much as it should, because underneath here now, really low down, is that. But we've got the pressure washer back. Yeah, that's really super annoying. I might add the money back in for that, because that shouldn't have happened like that. That should have placed it on top of that and didn't, unless it's placed it on the roof. Nope. I got charged and didn't get the pressure washer, which is really annoying. Right, I can clean this tractor down, put it away, and then we'll get the class out and sorted on the trailer and see if we can actually load this wheat up and get that sold. Ideally, I would love to have done some field work today, but I think the grass... the grass was still a bit frozen. I don't think it is anymore. So we certainly might be able to get some field work done today. I want to just see if I can load up this wheat first before the price drops any further. So I've got the big bucket on my little 6M. And we'll just see if we can reach over the top with the John Deere front loader. No. Oh, without the sides on the trailer, I can do it. So maybe we drop the sides off the trailer just to get this wheat sold, I think. Oh, action was running. So we'll just take this over to the workshop. Drop the sides off. And then we can get the wheat in this trailer and get that sold. It's hanging about the farm. It's not making any money, and it's taking up space. So, yeah, really want to get that gone. And back up our red rock trailer. And into here. Very tempted to restore the red of this red rock trailer, but I think we're all right. Okay, so customize it. That's actually all the customizing we want to do is take that off. Otherwise, yeah, we're good, I think. Do I want any side markers or anything? What's the design difference? Decal red, decal. Okay, no. And the rest of that is all good. Right, so customize that so that we take off the bits at the take off our silage bits and connect that. There we are. And then we can get this loaded up with the wheat and get that sold. Because we're not planning on doing any wheat on here. What I might enable on here, because we do need some bales every year, is I might enable the straw from contracts mod so that we can go and just follow a combine round when we get a contract later in the year, and just get that done and get us some of that straw so that we can add that to our feeding for the cows. Would be really, really useful, and would allow us to get some straw without having to pay any money. Because to be honest, if we're paying money for straw, it's not really worth having straw in our mixture, because everything else we can get off the farm. But if we can get it as part of a contract, I think that would work well for us. We can only just get this in here. That's interesting. And as somebody pointed out in when I first got this bucket, it is a bit big for this tractor. Now it's I mainly got it so that I could move silage around easily and not worry too much about it. We've got it here for this job. I was a little bit worried it wasn't going to work. I am a little bit concerned that we're not picking up all of this wheat off the floor. It's almost as if it's fallen through the bottom of this shed, and that is very worrying. We've actually got quite a few litres of wheat off here. I mean, that is 6,000 straight off the bat. Yeah, it definitely looks like this grain has fallen through the floor. It's picking a little bit off, but not picking all of it. It's having real trouble getting it up. So, yeah, it looks like it's fallen through the floor, and we're not going to be able to get all of this up. So I'm going to have to somehow clear that away. And don't think it's a huge amount that's missing, but it's enough to make me go, well, that's annoying. So I think one recommendation I've got for this map is don't tip corn on the floor of the barns. The barns do not seem to be able to take it. Yeah, that's pretty flat with the floor at this point. That's that has fallen through the floor there. There's a bit of a pile in the corners, but it's not picking any of that up otherwise. It's considering it as just going over the top. And I think we may have fallen through the floor on here before. But yeah, that is annoying. We're not going to be able to get all of the wheat out of this shed. We got most of it, and that's a decent amount we got on here. We've got over 10,000 liters collected up. So I reckon that there's probably a couple of thousand liters extra just stuck in the floor there. But we can at least go and get this sold and get it out of our way. And I'll learn how to try and work out how to get rid of the rest of it. Maybe we'll get somebody to come in and sort that for us. Yeah, this bucket is ridiculous on this tractor. So I'm going to go and park that over this side. And put that down there like that. The one other thing I want to do quickly is there's a front weight here that I meant to put onto the class. I don't know if I can get my front loader far enough out the way to get this on the front of the tractor. Yes, I can. Yep, there we go. So we'll just pick that up. That can go on the front of the class. Just to add a little bit of weight to it. Not overly important for the current job it's doing, but I think it's worth sort of getting that off the floor of the shed. So just drop that there like that, and then we can put that on the class and get that moving. I just noticed something fairly alarming. We're down at Central Exports to sell the wheat, so we'll get this sold here. And that's not the alarming part, thankfully. The alarming part is that we actually need to be seeding cotton at the moment. I'd completely miscalculated. I thought cotton went in March. It doesn't. Well, it can do, but it starts going in February. So we're going to have to get this back to the farm. We're going to have to start getting... We're going to have to get our large John Deere out. And we're going to have to get that working on field 8 while we get this getting some more slurry down on our other 2 cornfields. Because tomorrow, 2nd day of February, we are going to have to get the cotton in the ground. In order to try and get an earlier harvest this year than we had last year. So there's 2 things we need to do to get the cotton in tomorrow. One, we need to get these old cornfields ploughed. Let's get that hooked up. And we've got our big plough here. Thankfully, on this farm, ploughing is not the massively... long job that we have on other fields, which is good. It has so many gears, this John Deere, and so we can set a hired worker going and doing, well, cosplay worker going and doing field 8 now. Thankfully, we've already spread some slurry on this field, so that is all good. But we also need to get slurry on the other 2 cornfields. So bring this up. We'll set the course. I want to do a single headland. That should be more than enough. We want to do center first headland corners. I want it to do sharp. And hopefully that will work fine. And yeah, so let's generate a course. And that is perfect. So, yeah, let's go get this going, and hopefully this will get this job done today, and then we can get this field planted tomorrow. And then in the meantime, we can be going and getting slurry on the remaining 2 fields. If we can slurry the remaining 2 fields today, that is going to make a huge difference to us, because it's going to mean we've got plenty of time to get everything done tomorrow. If we can't get these 2 fields slurry today, then we're going to be in a little bit of a worse way. So unfold our big plow. I love this ripper. It is absolutely awesome, and I love that we've got this tractor to go on it now. It's pretty much perfect. Right, first waypoint. and away you go. And yeah, this will make very quick work of this field. Meanwhile, I'm going to hook this tractor up to our slurry spreader. Really tempted to go and get the one with the dribble bar, but it's 40,000 and is not going to add that much to us. If we'd bought the BGA at the far side of the map and it was going to reduce the amount of time that we had to travel around the map and everything, then it would be worth it. If we had our own BGA, it would be worth it. But we don't have a massive amount of slurry. We've only got, sort of 30,000 litres. We're going to use that up fairly quickly here now. So we've got just field 5B to do and field 6. Getting both of those done should be a snap, but we'll just set it up. Right, first thing I want is to turn on GPS. And then we will line ourselves up here. We're going 90 degrees. I think, 90 degrees is what we want. So let's bring the menu up here. We want A+ heading. So set this at 90 degrees. Auto width. Bring our bit across. Perfect. Turn off the lines. Set that, and then away we go. Nope, that didn't activate. Sometimes my side panel does double click, and it's a little bit annoying when it does. There we go. That is away, and we'll see how far we can get with this. We really want to get as far as we can with this today. How far we can get in an hour or so, I'm not really sure. But we might get the job done. We might get lucky. Looking at this, we're down to 21% on this tank of slurry. I think we've probably got another tank, maybe a little bit after that. So I think we're only going to get about halfway through this field anyway, which is kind of what happened last year. We managed to slurry part of the farm, but not all of it. So my hope very much is that we'll be able to get halfway through this field, get that sorted, and then we can we'll have to use solid fertilizer, or actually liquid fertilizer is what we've got on here for the rest. And we had to put it on here anyway. It's just that it saves us a bit of money to get the slurry on. There we go. We're good. And so, there we are. That tank's out. So I've got about another tank and a half to get on here. And then we can go and see where we are at that point. And coming to the end of the field, 1% done there. Don't know how much we've got left. It has just gone 5:30 in the evening. This is it's not gone too badly. I'm not unhappy about it. I really wish. Oh wow, now I need to turn the lights on. I really wish I had been able to get the BGA. And I think my original calculations probably were about right. We were looking at getting 400,000 roughly for everything, including the slurry, the silage, sorry. But because we, oh wow, this, it's not a huge amount left. But because we went for this tractor, which I do not regret, this tractor absolutely perfect for what we need. It's left us a little bit short. We would have had 250,000. It would have been, enough with the silage as well to have got this. So it would have been good. Looks like our big tractor is in need of repair as well. Right, we want to just get this done. We'll get the big tractor then in for repairs this evening, and that will have to continue ploughing that field tomorrow. This tractor should be powerful enough to handle doing the seeding, I think. So we can get this doing the seeding with the big tractor finishing off the ploughing, and with any luck we can get through all these fields tomorrow. If we don't, it's not the end of the world. We will just be planting cotton into March, but kind of in March is when I'm aiming to be getting the corn in the ground. So yeah, we need to all go tomorrow. 2nd day of February, cotton needs to be in, and we are now out of slurry. So that is it. How well has this field done? Yeah, we managed to get over halfway through this field, so I'm quite happy with that. We've got all of field 8 done. We've got half of field 5 done. That will cut down our fertilizing costs at least a bit, and we can then concentrate maybe next year on getting the BGA, especially if we hold enough money back. For now, though, that is the end of our work on the farm today, so all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.